Good morning, everyone. How is my audio? I hope my audio is better than the last audio that I did. I don't want it crackling. I want to be able to talk clearly. Good morning. How is everybody on this Saturday? Sound great? Good. I did a video with the wonderful Lynn Tarot, the one who has a light like this, like mine. She doesn't have it up, but she used to. And the audio went. I got a little bit of the video, and then the audio went. So I have to redo a video with her. But that's the way it goes. Good morning, everyone. Hi, Jen. Linda E., Mimi, Juno, Anna, Pam. Everybody's starting to pile in a little. Hang on 1 second. Every time. I think I have everything all taken care of and all that. And the moment I go live, it must be a nervous thing. Oh, well, I'll get over it. Be brave. How is everybody? Hi, Paisley. PJ Finn, Jen. Libra Lady, Janet, Marie Wells, Veed. Hi, Veed. Haven't seen you in a while. Valerie. Hi, Valerie. Good morning. Vixen, Chase. I don't know how to say this. Cator-Macy. I probably butchered that. Alice, Vicky, DeJojo, Robin, Dave, Lori, Jeanette, Susie, Renee, Jen, Miranda, Fran. Good morning. Sweet darling Lulu. Good morning. Teresa, Janet, Sharon Sparrow. Hi, Millie, Corey, Carol, Jackie, Karen, Didian, Renee, Kim, Vixen, Linda Sandoval. Hi, good morning, honey. Okay, it's starting to go pretty fast now. Dr. Jersey Shore. That's funny. All right. Everybody doing well? You might hear a few grandchildren noises upstairs, but just ignore them. He's here this morning. You just can't keep an 8-year-old down, man. Look at these. I normally don't have these, but for some reason, when the light shines on there, it looks like my eyes are sunken in. Anyhow, yeah, I know I haven't been doing much all last week. I have been working extremely hard, and I have gotten some really, really good headway of being independent and working out of going to working full time. That means a lot of things. That I will be more available for YouTube, more available for private readings. So I will just look for it probably in May or something like that. I usually take the summer off, but I think with me not working for full time, I'll be able to take some more readings throughout the week, make it easier for people to book with me, because sometimes the time I only have one day and one frame for everybody to book with me. I've been hearing a lot about that. It's like, if you could do it on a Saturday or a Sunday or something like that. So I'm going to make some more time for that. Yeah. I do have, and I'm trying to work towards it. It's just, it's just working out the details with spirit. And I don't know if anybody understands that part, but it's just working out the details with spirit. I do have something that I'm working on, doing a life regression into past lives for healing only. I mean, we can go back, and if you have a problem that you're dealing with this lifetime, more than likely this problem that you're dealing with this lifetime, it happened 3 or 4 lifetimes ago. And that's what a lot of people have experienced. So what I'm working out with spirit is what we'll do is we'll do a life regression into other life that you had before and go find where that hurt or pain or disruption started and pull it all the way into current time and ask spirit to heal it right then and there. That's what I'm working on, but I'm working out the details with that. So look forward to that. Probably after I stop working full time, I'll be able to put more effort into getting that taken care of. So you heard it first here. Past life regressions for healing only. And so anyways, look forward to that. And my girl Jackie, we set up a couple of appointments for her to be my guinea pig, but I just haven't felt ready yet. And it's probably because I'm doing all this other stuff to work towards being independent. It is exciting. Francis, I have had 3 grandsons all last week, and with so much fun and craziness all put together. Yeah, they're the best. Yeah, my granddaughter is now a 13-year-old teenager, so although I know she loves her grandmother, but I'm not the focus of her attention right now. After the teenage years, grandmothers come back to being incredibly important when they're like 20. I'll get to be the star again, but that's okay. Is Footprint in here? Hi, Footprint. Hi, honey. Hi, Chrissy. I hope you guys enjoyed that video that I did with Chrissy when I did that interview. Isn't she a delight? I tell you. The people we get to know, and then the people we get to know. But that's neither here nor there. All right. Let's get on with it. How about those Ukraine guys? How about them? I mean, they... oh, the little honey badgers that they are. They flooded a portion of their town outside of Kyiv, flooded it so that the Russians and their tanks and all of that was trying to get in with supplies and gas and all of that. They couldn't move. They couldn't move. I just think, here's a few things that I know now that nobody's afraid of Russia anymore. Russia has put out there with his propaganda, I am badass, I'm and I can take over everything, and I'm the aggressor, and I'm the bully, and all of a sudden he does this, and now he loses. Nobody's afraid of Russia anymore. Like, you come out strong, but there's nothing to you. If he wasn't putting money into his troops, if he wasn't putting money into his army, I doubt that he was putting money into taking care of the nukes either, because you have to maintain them in order for them to be nukes. So I guarantee you that they're probably dead, and he has hot air. Hot air. I just have that feeling that he did not put the money into maintaining them, just like he didn't put the money into maintaining his army and all of his supplies. He's weak now. Russia doesn't have power anymore. Hello, Diane. The Wizard of Oz exposed. I couldn't put that any better. You're absolutely right. The Wizard of Oz has been exposed. And with with Marjorie Taylor Green, who sits there and says, well, why would we put money into something that they can't win? Boy, I tell you what, she's eating her words, isn't she? From the last report I heard, I think all of Ukraine, it's like the Russians are going towards just one portion of Ukraine now. If that's right, like they're trying to retreat out of there and just go for just like a one portion of it. Who knows? Hi, Celtic Seer. I've been keeping on top of Ukraine. I just can't hear the bad news. And I don't have to. I don't have to hear the bad news because I want to put all of my energy into the good news. And the more good news comes through, the more I put my energy in that, the more will come. So just remember that you don't have to listen to the bad news, which there really hasn't been too overly much. They're going for the ports. Yeah. So all they're going to do is just box themselves in because Ukraine's going to have a clever idea because they're little honey badgers and they're very, very clever. They're going to get down there and push them out of those too. So sorry, Fran. I know she is something, isn't she? Oh, Marjorie Taylor Green, yes. Which I want to do a little thing on there. Hang on a second. I got. Hang on. Just give me a sec. Okay. My nose is a little red. Oh well. I'll get over it. Okay. I figure you guys want to look at a blank screen more than you want me to watch that. So just try to be pleasant. Oh, I don't watch CNN or MSN or anything like that. You know who I watch is Tyler Cohen. I'm probably saying his name wrong. And there's TikTok creators that come on and cleverly talk about the news and give us the news that I trust with their information. So I really do stay off of the mainstream news, and I go in and get the news that way and listening to other readers that have a little bit of information. But yeah, take a deep breath. So I also was last week watching all of the so the Supreme Court nominee, whatever it's called. Can't think of the name of it right now. How Lindsey Graham and Ted Cruz and Mr. Cotton and Josh Hawley and all of them, how they were treating her. And I want to read on that and do a remote on that. Because here's the thing. Oh, were they getting angry? And they were getting so angry, like this is not going to become a circus, and then we made it a circus. She's not going to be treated that way, and then we treated her that way. I think they really, really, really do believe that the American people are stupid. I really think that they're so narcissistic that they think they are the most intelligent people in the room. And it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Like any one of them would be qualified to make any decisions that Judge Jackson has made in a courtroom. None of them are qualified to make decisions like she's had to make decisions. But they act as if they are. None of them have the qualifications. I could just go on and on. I'm so angry at them, how they treated her. But, to your party's demise, at least now they know. And of course, Mitch McConnell coming out, I cannot and will not support this one. Please. You weren't going to support her. 10 years ago, you would never have supported her. There's nothing you're going to support. But that's okay. Stop it with Charlie Angel Tarot. We're not going to talk about CNN. Has more honesty in there than Fox News. So that, I mean, the fact that that the Trump supporters like, are you watching CNN? I'm like, well, apparently now I am, because you guys don't enjoy the truth. So yeah, I'm going to watch CNN. So don't talk about any of the other things like that, because it's really not fake news. If it irritates the Trump base and it irritates the Republicans, you can guarantee that it's the truth, because that's one thing they do not live in. All right, enough of that. All right, here we go. I'm going to read on the base from the other side. How damaging did this do to the Republican Party? How they treated Judge Jackson? Yeah, that's the bully tactic. Did you get that off of CNN? That's the bully tactic. Well, of course I did. They tell the truth. They have integrity. They have a license other than Fox News, who has an entertainment license. CNN has a license to create news. I'll go for the licensed. Too bad your people are being held accountable on CNN. Sorry about it. Okay. Lots of feisty energy. I know. I don't know where it's coming from. It's probably my Aquarian moon. I have an Aquarian moon that gets kicked up every so often. Thank you, Linda. The Troll Slayers are at it. Yeah, I'm going to do Clarence Thomas here in a minute. I'm going to do a remote view on Clarence Thomas. But let me throw some cards on what they did. Ho, ho, ho. Well, isn't that funny? Collapse is the end result of that. So the creativity. So when they went into this and they talked about this is not going to be a circus, and they try to make themselves as victims, like look what they did to Kavanaugh, although Kavanaugh has a legit sexual assault against him, and of course beer was important to him, and he cried. He couldn't handle the confirmation or the hearings. Oh, you poor baby. We held them accountable, and the Republicans, one thing that they do not like is to being held accountable. You hold somebody accountable and they just lose it. Not only that, they also knew about the information and the text messages with Clarence Thomas, I think, before this hearing. And that's one of the things that they had to bring up the drama. They had to kick up the dust to keep the Trumplicans and the Republicans from focusing or hearing about Judge Thomas and what his wife has done. So this is the thing is right here. This is their whole game, the creativity and the expansion of their voice. They know they have power in it. They're just trying to figure out how to keep that power of their voice and how they kick up their base and get them all riled up. They want to be the mainstream. They want to be the only voice on there other than all the other good stuff that happened with Judge Jackson. So this is the creativity of what they were doing. How are you going to do that? Be jerks. Two of Swords. It created a whole bunch of decisions out there with their base and the people out there. Like they have to make now a decision. Do we support the chaos you just brought, or do we not? Then we have the Page of Wands. The passion. everybody has to acknowledge the passion that they have inside of them, or not. No passion or passion. But how they passionately went after her, the wisdom, the empathy for her, and then the collapse of the Republican Party because of it. I think this is one of their worst moves that they have ever taken. And it was all for revenge. It was all for anger. I mean, it's just like watching teenage children who didn't like something in the past, and now they're going to take it out on this woman that didn't deserve it whatsoever. It's like the Republican Party they have lost all decorum. They have lost all, what do you call it? They have lost all dignity and respect for themselves. For themselves. They've lost it all. So I kind of wanted to read that. Yeah, they have no reason. They have no... Sheila is so much better live. What does that mean? What does that mean? So yeah. Now Clarence Thomas. So Clarence Thomas was the only one who said no to the January 6th commission from getting the documents from the White House. So he can't really claim that he didn't know what his wife was doing or who she was texting and what she was doing, because why would you say no? Why would you try to block them finding out about what your wife has done and what she has said? So that doesn't fly with me whatsoever. And then, of course, he went into the hospital, and then he went MIA. Nobody was hearing anything, and then he got out, right? Then he, according to some places, he's acting as if, what happened? What went on when I was in there? Like he's trying to act dumb. So there's a lot of people who are asking for his resignation, which is appropriate. If he's not going to leave, then he has to step out of the way when they have any hearings or any court cases that come up with the January 6th of the president or anything like that, or anything with political Republicans or anything. I mean, he's compromised himself so badly. They have to go all the way back into any of his decisions now are all compromised. All of them, every single one of them can be fought against now because of this. And he did it to himself. There's no way that he didn't know what his wife was doing. Absolutely no way. If so, then you don't have a marriage. So I'm going to do a remote view. I'm going to take a deep breath. Burn some incense. I think I'll have to do some incense for here. Nancy! Saw a quick look at astrology answers about an Aquarian moons. You might find it interesting. Am I following in my Aquarian moon feistiness? Is that what that is? I tell you what, in the last 2 or 3 weeks, I've had more ambition to get a lot of things done and move things forward in my life right now. So that's helped a lot. Here we go. You're going to hear doggies barking. Sorry. But that's what they do on a Saturday morning. Here we go. I'm going to do a remote on Clarence Thomas. He's walking into a closet and closing the closet. He literally opened up a wooden closet, stepped in, and closed it. So what does that mean? And like nothing else is coming through. It's all white around the closet. Misty, I guess, like smoky stuff is all around it. All right, I'm going to move from that because there's absolutely no other scene coming through other than that scene. I'm trying to see if his wife is there. There's nobody around. I'm walking all the way around this closet. It's like, to be honest with you, it looks like a wooden box. I can't say much on YouTube or they'll take it down, but it looks like a wooden box. I'm walking all the way around it and it's standing up and he's in there and there's nobody around. I'm trying to is anybody here? Nothing. I don't know. That's the remote. There's no other scenes coming through. Dracula. He walked in there himself. Usually you don't walk into your own coffin, and it's standing up and it looked like a closet. He literally opened up, he gets into this closet and closes the door. So, all right, we'll move on. We'll figure that out later if there's something else that comes through here. The robe closet, possibly. Possibly. Okay, I'm going to go into his wife. What's Ginny doing? She's ruffling through paperwork. She's doing this. Ruffling through paperwork. Opening up drawers in desks. She's ruffling through a desk. Ruffling through papers and opening up everything in the desk, looking for something. She's looking for something. And she's standing in the middle of the room and she's really frustrated because she can't find something. She's getting angry because she just threw the chair back. And she's doing it again. She's looking for something. What are you looking for? Paperwork. Evidence. Where did it go? Where did it go? I can't believe I lost that. Okay. Come out of there. I can tell you this. She doesn't have her husband next to her. She's all alone. She's alone everywhere she goes in her home. She's alone. She's very, very, very lost. All right. Does that mean he's sicker than he's letting on? Maybe she is looking for the will. But she's definitely looking for something. Like, where did it go? Where did it go? She's looking for paperwork. I don't know, people. You can't say this on YouTube. This is for entertainment purposes only, but I have a feeling that Clarence Thomas is sicker than we think. And every time I look at him now, I'm asking him what his sickness is or something along that lines. They show me a liver that has spots all over it, but that can mean a whole bunch of things. A diseased liver can mean a whole many things because everything filters through a liver. Okay. There you go. That's the remote on them. I'm going to trying to think. Maybe these, I'm going to pull these. Do a card on that. Well, I'm pretty sure she's more worried about her. I don't know, but he, like, you know, the thing about that is when you do see scenes like this, take for instance, a year ago or so, I did cards and I did a thing on Putin. Like, he's going to be removed. He's going to be doing something. He's going to bring chaos onto something, and he's going to be removed. And here we are, right? So it could be a year from now. That's the thing about remotes and tarot cards, is they don't really give you a time frame. The remote view the hospital. I could do that. Well, isn't that weird? Walking away. So this could be many things: walking, withdrawal, letting go, abandoning the situation, leaving the past behind, or seeking deeper meaning. But walking away, this could be him walking away from his post. It could be walking away from life. It could be walking away from a lot of things. Here says, like, again, new job, new position, new place. Can mean a lot of things too. And then a rebirth. A rebirth. So everything here says something new for him, something different for him. And then the bickering starts. Interesting. Very interesting. I would say so myself. Okay, I didn't really expect that. Let me read on the hospital. Oh, my nose. Good grief. Well, they try to put him back together. They're using creative ways to put him back together. It's really weird. Like, they're using creative ways to putting him back together. Whatever they're doing, they just kind of like a temporary fix Band-Aid. So whatever they did was just sufficient enough to get him home. They're juggling something in his body. They're juggling something in his system. And then defending the territory, meaning antibiotics, whatever it was, they gave him enough, like steady whatever's going on, but they can't fix it. There's no fixing whatever's going on with him. All right, Mr. Judge. Now I really, 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 really want to see if they're going to go after any of his decisions. Yeah, it does. I think he's worse than he's telling. I think he's worse than. I really do. Hi, Debin. Hi, Pegasus. Vivian. Oh, So I asked about the all of his endings. So all of his judgments and stuff like that, he ending the challenging what he has already decided and them going back. So the high priestess is now looking into all of his decisions and in ending to any of his power and in any of his decisions he's made in the past, because now he is now compromised. Well, you did it to yourself. And that's what happens to a judge when you go off the rails and you do something stupid, is all of your decisions from then on out opens up a huge Pandora's box and saying, hey, that judge was compromised. That judge was compromised. So gotta walk that tightrope. Okay. Yeah, we're talking about Thomas. Definitely talking about Thomas. So, good grief. Hang on a second, guys. Okay. I think he was if I remember right, when he was in the hot seat, being in the confirmation trial, I guess is what it's called. He too had a sexual allegation against him. That's one thing about the Republicans, and they always like to find the criminals to compromise. Like if they're compromised, they're perfect candidates for them. Perfect candidates. Okay. Thank you, Bede. Thank you for listening. Now, who do we have next? Let's do... Who should we do next? I would love to have a Native American on the court. I think that's well overdue. 100%. That should be our next move. Agreed. Oh, thank you, Kelly. Copper Wheat. Thank you. Okay, what do we got next? I know. I don't know why my brain went blank all of a sudden. But let's just do the Republican Party right now. How they felt about how they treated Judge Jackson. I'm going to call her Judge Jackson because she earned that title as Judge Jackson. And she's going to be a Supreme Court Judge Jackson. That's the one thing I've already read on many a times. She is getting in. She's getting in. Everybody's going to vote for her. And it seems like we're going to have a couple of even Republicans vote for her. Let's read on that, though. Are we going to actually have some Republicans vote for her? Because they are choking out their own ability to get reelected. They really, really are. They are under the delusion that the white people that are still prejudiced are the majority, but they're not. They are not. But they still under that delusion that they are. All right. I want to read and see if any Republicans are going to vote for her. New beginning. Yeah, there's going to be a few. I have the Page of Swords, which kind of represents, the Republicans on a regular basis. And I was either looking for the cups, which would have been Democrats, or the swords, that would be Republicans. Now, it's the page that means a few amount of them. The message about business. It's also deceitful person and spy, the cleverness. But it also represents there's going to be a few that will. And then the Fool comes around like this is a new beginning, a new era. We need to change our ways. So they do recognize it, and I have the Hierophant, so it does represent the senators. And of course, most of the majority are going to be Democrats. All of them are going to be Democrats. But we do have a few. The Page of Swords kind of thing makes me think that since the Page of Swords is like fourth in line to the top, I'm thinking maybe 4. At least 4 of them are going to cross the aisle and try a new beginning, that they're going to do that. So, yep. But a lot of them are not going to. A lot of them are not going to. So. They sound like a herd of elephants upstairs. So yeah, it does look like I'm predicting at least 4 that are going to cross the aisle. Okay. My backdrop? I have to explain my backdrop. Thank you for liking that. Okay, so my backdrop has a reasoning behind it. It kind of ended up that way. I really didn't plan it, but it just ended up that way. I have love, the word love right here. Good grief, right here. The word love. And then it goes up to my Buddha and my Gaia. And then it goes to my crystal grid, which Nancy Jean made for me. Then it goes through all of the elements down to my tree of life. And then up through my dream catcher. It has a purpose. And then I kind of sit in the middle. Or at least appear like I'm sitting in the middle. But it has that roundabout. And ever since this happened, because like I said, I didn't really plan it, but it was like an accident almost. But after this happened, I sit here and I feel more, I'm always protected, but I feel the power, if that makes any sense. But thank you. And of course, over here is all of my tarot cards and cards that I have, plus the ones that are over here. I have a lot. I'm probably in the hundreds, but I know that I am not the champion. Because I know those people out there have more than I do. But now you know. As you look at it now, it has a purpose, engulfed in the power. Actually, it goes this way. Engulfed in the power. All right, who's next? Squirrel. Put the light behind my head. I've tried that. I've tried putting the light behind my head, and it looked really, really weird. And it kind of took away from everything else that was back there. I thought about it. And then somebody emailed me, says, I can't stand watching your channel because my air sign, I guess, didn't look right to them. So I moved it around. I hope it looks right now. The flow. Thank you, Debin. The flow of air, I guess, now is going this way and going. It's backwards. Anyways. Anyhow, I'm Bragg. Okay, so this is Bragg, who was headed up the why can I not think? Hi, Jackie. Braggs was in New York. He apparently blocked the lawsuit against Trump and the Trump Organization. Although we just heard just heard that the Manhattan, the DAs the Manhattan DA, the prosecutors who quit, they had a thing saying that he is guilty, but they will not go forward. So he definitely blocked it. So I can go in and see what's going on. Every time, and just even right now, just saying his name, he is in such a panic. There's something really, really threatening to him and to his family and to everything. But I'll take a break. I'll look at it. Here we go. First up, he has people, security around him all the time. That's first up. He has upped his security. So what's going on? It's like he's looking out his window in his office and just staring out. He puts his head down. He's really, he's not going to change his decision. He almost is like, I had to make this decision for the good and for the good of a lot of things, or to protect a lot of things, or I'm made to do this. But he's not going to change his mind. It's almost, he's justified it in his mind that he's not the one. He can't go forward. He's also, I have to tell you, he's engulfed in yellow with red outline. He shows up, he's all in yellow with red outlining of his body. And I don't know what that means, but that's exactly what he's showing up like. And he has his cup of coffee, and that's also in yellow and outlined in red. And as he moves, the yellow literally moves with him. He has nobody behind him. Like, nobody's backing his decision. Nobody. I looked into the office. I looked down the hall. I looked everywhere. In every, nobody is complimenting him. Nobody is backing his decision. But he also has a weight on his leg. He has a ball and chain attached to his leg. And he moves this ball and chain. This is awful, but I'm only telling you what I see. That he is all in yellow with the red, but whatever is on his leg, which looks heavy and like a chain wrapped around and like a heavy weight on there, this is almost, what color would that be? Like purple and black, I guess, with what would look like an alligator skin on it. I don't know what that means either. He's not going to change his mind. He's never going to change his mind. Nobody backs him. Okay. I'm going to get out. Because I've been trying to see if he gets out of there, he moves out of there, but he's just staying in his office. There's no movement right there. Let's throw some cards on that. Pentacles come up. Money and this right here is, I don't know if, but a lot of times when this comes up, he has a pile of work to be done, but he's only got a few pentacles down on the ground that he has done. He's not, he's looking at the pile of work, but he has no ambitious to get it done, to go into the deep part. No ambitious, meaning that he's only going to work on things that he can work on, and that pile is going to just sit there. I also have the Ten of Pentacles. He's just there for the money, there for the wealth, there for... But I do see a new beginning. Maybe he does get removed at some point. But we also have the King of Swords. Whatever the King of Swords, well, whoever was backing Trump, whoever was the government, was going to be exposed. That's the reason why he's being held. It was the government that was going to be exposed. That's the reason why he is so comfortable and he is bound by that, is because there's something in the government that was going to be exposed, and that's where it got shut down the most. Oh no. The Knight of Swords, the King of Swords, the Knight of Swords. No limits to what the government will do to him. That's the reason why. Beware the deceit and the betrayal. Oh my goodness. Mar-a-Lago. The love of the that's the reason why. I knew there was more to it. I knew that there was more to it. I knew that there was more power behind it. Wow. Okay. That's an enlightenment. That's an enlightenment. Mar-a-Lago. Mar-a-Lago. Wow. Hi, Geek Hillbilly. Okay. That's why they stopped it. Let's move on. How's the government involved? I don't know the intricacies of that, but I know that the government is involved in that. And that is the reason why that he got stopped the most, is because it would have exposed the government. And they can't have that. Okay. Shall we do Trump? I'm now curious how much the government is involved in, how much the Trump knows about the government doings and goings on. Where he has had so much clout and so much, like Epstein, probably. Whatever the secret, well, let me do one more thing. Whatever the secret is, I want to see how much power the secret has. It is not Schumer. Wow. Wow. All right, so I just read and see how powerful the secret is. Pain, loss, and grief. Pain, loss, and grief, and truth and stalemate. Like, we can go forward, but if this goes forward and exposes the government of some sort, it's going to be, the punishment will be quick and swift. And they had to create balance between the information and what they had to do. There it is. Thank you, Kelly. Anything on Russia and their cyber attacks, our financial institution and power grid? Yeah, I can read on that. If anybody doesn't know who Anonymous, do you guys all know who Anonymous is? Let me try to explain Anonymous. Anonymous is on TikTok a lot. And I'm on TikTok. If you wanted to go join me, just mind you that I do cuss and I go after the Republicans pretty darn bad. And so some people cannot endure that. But I am the Democratic chick on TikTok. But there on TikTok, there's a called Anonymous, a group Anonymous who are cyber. They're not, any group. You can't join the group, can't donate the group or anything like that. But they're cyber hacks. And they have gone after Putin and everybody in there. There's even a website. I don't have it with me, but there's a website or something like you can go to where you can text. You can use the number that Anonymous has, and you can text messages to random people in Russia, telling them the truth and telling them what's going on in Ukraine because they're not getting told the truth. And Anonymous has been doing a lot of stuff over there, hacking this, hacking that. In fact, they also put Marjorie Taylor Green on their hit list, which we all are very, very happy about, to expose her and get into anything that she has. So she's placed herself on that hit list from Anonymous as well. So I am going to read on the damage that that Anonymous has done to Russia through hacking their cyber attacks. Russia bank hacked 35,000 accounts, not revealed yet. The oligarchs are turning off their tracking systems in their boats so that their boats don't get seized. Their boats. They're great big old huge houses on the water, mansions on the water. But let's see. Let's see how bad that cyber war, that cyber punishment is doing to Russia. Well, first up is the wand. It is doing some. This is the Ace of Wands. So I always look at the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands has a lot of meanings. You know that creativity, the new cycle, and stuff like that. But every time this comes up when I'm asking a question like this, is Bam Bam with his big old thing. Bam, 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 bam. They're getting knocked in the head. The Ace of Wands, with the power of the ace, they're getting hit really, really, really hard. Right next to it, so that confirms the big wand hitting them, and then they'll have the heartache. They are really feeling the heartache. They're feeling the loss. They're feeling the conflict. They're being a success in their demise. Their success in what they're doing. They're successfully getting the information to the Russian people. I just saw 18 to 19% of people who are still with Putin, but the rest of the country successfully getting the information to them. They are on the world stage. They're on the world stage. They're watching the world come against them. Public recognition. Oh. They are weak. Thank you, Holly C. They are weak. They will need to retreat. They're going to need to recover from the conflict, time out. They're going to need a break. Yep. So this is what the Anonymous, and this is what they're doing. The whole world is defending their position. And of course, they're going to defend their boundaries. So the cyber, here's the bottom one. The cyber attacks they have strength in the cyber attacks. So Russia is not doing very well. Did who leave? Debin, did who leave? So Anonymous is really having a perfect effect, but I want to see what effect he has on Marjorie Taylor Green as also. And Anonymous is worldwide. Yep. If you have the skills, you can do something against the evil. And yeah, absolutely. So if you have hacking skills, that's Anonymous. It's not like you go join a group. You don't, there's no collective. But if you have cyber skills, get on it. You are then Anonymous. I do not. I barely can run my audio. Yeah. I was afraid to get an iPhone because I didn't know how to work it. The guy at the store had to show me how to text from an iPhone years ago. I mean, that's how I am. I'm amazed that I can do this. But I can edit. That's fun. I can edit a video, man. I've learned how to do that. That's about as far as my skills go. Okay, so I want to do how far into... Think girl with the dragon tattoo. Yeah. I want to go into what the impact or what they're going to find out about Marjorie Taylor Green because they're going after her now. She is on their list. I did a remote or some cards previously thinking that Lauren Boebert was the one who placed the bombs. And the more and more I learn about it, I think I'm moving away from that. And I'm fully convinced that it was Marjorie Taylor Green who did it. So there's that. I just have to put that out there. Yeah, moisture-free Marjorie Taylor Green. Moisture-free. I mean, she needs to put some moisture on that face. And her hair looks like straw. My goodness. All that money and you can't figure out how to take care of this part? Oh, come on, lady. All right. Here we go. Oh. I have a feeling I have the Two of Pentacles. We're juggling, getting in there, finding it all, right? This is juggling the finances and the demands, learning a lot about her finances and her demands, learning about the ups and downs of who she is. And it says lots of projects. So there's not just one anonymous going after her. There's probably many, many anonymous and people who know how to hack going after her. And they come up fat and happy. 9 of Cups, they come up fat and happy with the information that they are going. The wishes fulfilled and satisfaction. And then the Queen of Swords, the bitter cover-up and the hurt. The bitter cover-up. This also came in inverted. So we have the cold-hearted, bitchy communication problems, making the accusations difficult with problem solving. They're really coming up with a lot of information about her, about who she is and what she's done. And look at that, the Magician. The Magician, they have magic skills and to get into everything about her and what she's doing and all of her. And look at that. Always with the swords, balancing the forces, and truth and stalemate. The Hierophant shows up. They're searching for her illegal activities and her generosity, what she has given to the Proud Boys, the money, the anonymously money that she has given to any of and all of these. They're going to find out that she has donated to like the 3%ers and the white supremacy and all of those. That's what they're going to find out because she has charity, handing out money to them. Oh, heck. Her self-absorbed has created her not seeing the evidence that they can find right here. Oh, poor thing. And of course, we have delusion at the bottom. So that's how Anonymous is taking care of Marjorie, moisture-free Marjorie Taylor Green. Yeah, they're going to find her backdoor donations to those groups. I want to find out. I'm going to read how well the other opponent. I can't think of his name. If you guys can think of his name, the guy that's going against Marjorie Taylor Green in her district. He's been on TikTok too, but I can't think of his name right now. But I want to see how he's doing. Oh, look at this. So the Empress, which would represent Marjorie Taylor Green in her district, she has disappointed everybody in her district. Hangman. The Page of Cups, something new, something blue, something borrowed, right? The new beginning. Like this is for her opponent. That's what I read. How is he doing? He's got the Page of Cups, which he's new to the scene, and the Wheel of Fortune. This is for him. We've been saying it for quite some time. So they are interested in him. They are wanting him. Does anybody find his name? Oh, Marcus Flowers. Yep, Marcus Flowers. If you guys go look him up, he's pretty cool. He's pretty good. Very even head. Yep. Yeah, if you can donate to Marcus Flowers, donate. We also have a new opponent against Lauren Boebert here in Colorado as well. And I want to check in on him and see. He is a fantastic gay man who is really pandering to the younger crowd. And he's doing an excellent job of going against Lauren Boebert. So let's see what his outcome, where he's standing. Oh, it just took me on a ride with Lauren Boebert. Sorry. Spirit just literally took me on a ride with Lauren Boebert, and she has she keeps on getting out of her vehicle, which is a truck. She looks underneath the seat. She's looking for pulls back behind the seat of the truck. She opens up the hood and she's looking at her hood and she's getting in there. She's trying to fix her engine, and what makes me think is that her vessel that she got in with is not working anymore. It's stalled out. Her ride into the seat is stalled out. It's not working. It's good information. He's going to have a difficult time. Her new opponent is going to have a little bit of a different time. I mean, he has the Chariot where he does move forward, but he also has a new visionary, so he's a new visionary, a new act. But the only thing is there's two cards here that make it a little difficult. I have the Ace of Wands, which he beats her up pretty bad. But we also have the Rest and the Hermit, so he's just going to have to work a little harder. He has a Three of Pentacles, meaning that he's going to run out of money. I don't know. He also got the Ace of Swords. So he does have some really good moving forward cards, but right now, at the beginning, it's a little difficult for him. So I only bring the truth. I wanted it to be crystal clear, and he just slides right in. He does have two aces, which is important. So he does have some power behind him, but he better buck up and fly right. Let's look at Bento again. Beto. People keep on telling me I'm saying it wrong. It's Beto. Beto? Beto? Yeah, I think you're right, Geeky Billy, that both Boebert and Green have been restricted in their money, and their little lift has been broken. I agree with you. Beto, Hierophant, generosity, financial, achieving first stage. So he's doing really good. Hierophant. The Six of Cups, the donations are coming in. The financial security is coming in and achieving the first stage. King of Cups. King of Cups. But he is dealing with backstabbing. He may not be talking about it, and he may not be announcing it, but him and his family is dealing with the backstabbing. But fast movement in progress. He is doing. That's the reason why. And the High Priestess. He's going to be lifted up. That is Beto for Texas. But he is dealing with the Republicans in his state. So whatever you can do to help him out or donate, he also needs help. Okay. Beto. Okay. Beto. Okay, thank you, Jackie. There was another one that I was going to read on. What was I going to read on? Okay, Garland. So here's the thing that I have. The perception of everybody about Garland is that he's not doing anything, this, that, and the other. They want to make sure that he's weak, this, that, and the other. So I don't repeat bad things about Garland. That's all I'm asking you to do. Just don't repeat it. Because here's the intuition that I have. Nobody knew that the Proud Boys leader was going to be taken down. Nothing leaked. Nothing. It just happened. The Proud Boys leader, I can't remember his name, was arrested in his panties, and nobody knew about that. That's work being done behind the scenes. It's like you have no idea what you're dealing with unless you're doing the work behind the scenes. You have no idea what solid thing. So I'm going to do a reading on Merrick Garland and the work that is going on behind the scenes. It's called professionalism. It's rare and we're not used to it. But leaks and being told their next move is not the way to go. It's just not. You don't tell the criminals your next move. You don't tell the criminals how you're going to do something. You just don't. Playing a big old game of chess at the expense of people thinking that he's weak and this, that, and the other, it's a gamble he's taking. He may be in charge, but he has tons of people underneath him that are working really hard. Stealth, correct. Let me do a reading on him. See? Okay, so we have the Four of Pentacles, financial stability, and the Four of Pentacles is holding on and progressive. The Four of Pentacles is holding on and progressive. Hold on! And he is progressing forward. We also have the Ace of Pentacles, which is the opportunity and the security in what he wants, what he's going on. He wants to button up the hatches and put the nails in the coffin. Now here's one, Eight of Swords, which is self-imposed and recognition and lifted. But the other part of the Eight of Swords, I want you to remember, is self-honesty and bringing change. Self-honesty. He knows his restrictions. He knows what he's up against. He understands the problems that our government has self-imposed upon themselves. He understands more than you think of how he is tied and bound to the law and how he has to be preceded. But we have the Two of Cups. Attraction. The evidence is coming to him. Oh, that's very important. He's waiting for the evidence to come to him from the January 6th. There's a lot of it, and it's coming to him. It's like the January 6th Commission is doing the work for his people, but that's what he's doing. The loving reunion. The evidence coming to him. Professional. He came out as the King of Swords. Professional. The lawyer. The intelligent one. Government. Three of Cups. We're going to be happy with what he's going to do in the future. We also have the Six of Cups, where that exchange happens. That exchange happens with us. That exchange happens in his world where we're going to be happy, and he's going to provide us with information and goodwill and kindness and everything. He's going to bring back that balance. Another ace. Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups as well. The Ace of Cups is that new birth, that emotional health. Your cup runneth over. This is Merrick Garland. So please, people, hang in there. Hang in there. He is also dealing with the backstabbing. He is also dealing with the backstabbing and the corruption that he has had to deal with. But he is going to turn it around and give us a new beginning. Turning it around and give us a new beginning. Again, the Knight of Cups. He's gotten the King of Swords. He's gotten the Knight of Cups, where it comes around to be compassionate. So just remember, looks can be deceiving. I have never read on Merrick Garland as a failure. Ever. I want that to also be out there. Ever have I ever read on Merrick Garland as a failure. I don't think I've ever seen another reader also read on him that he was a failure. Tough? Yes. Wading through the muck? Absolutely. Determining who's lying and who's cheating? Oh yeah. Doing the work behind the scenes? It's happening. That's their only job in this world, is to work behind the scenes on the criminals. Nobody's showing up to office and having donuts and coffee all day and then going home. There is work that is getting done. It's called professionalism. And it takes a while. We always think that we need actions like in a media minute. Not everything happens as fast as TikTok minutes, okay? It just doesn't. So, anyhow, enough about Merrick Garland. Remember, Merrick Garland is also a Scorpion. I have faith in my Scorpions. If there's any sign out there, I have faith in my Scorpions. They do not have a wavering soul when it comes to catching their prey. All right. How long have we been on? About an hour and 23. That's a long time. Okay. I am going to... What else do you guys want to hear before I go? Who would he like to sting most as a Scorpion? Yeah, this is not an hour-long show of criminal intent or, we always get satisfied in an hour. The crime, the prosecution, and the conviction in an hour. It doesn't work like that. Read on 45. All right. Do you want me to read and how Trump is doing, or do you want to read how people are perceiving Trump? And then I can also do the same thing for Putin, and then we'll go. Are you talking about these guys? Oh, yeah. I have them still, Geek Hillbilly. I still have them. They are wonderful. All right, I'll read on, see how Trump is doing. I do have to get out my haunted house cards for him. I think 45 and Putin are definitely still connected. I think they're still talking. How would 45 know that Putin wanted only, he thought he was going to go into Ukraine in 48 hours, it was going to be over? How would Trump know that if he wasn't still talking to Putin? Okay, here we go. Justice. Every time. Okay. So this is how is Trump doing? So I got into what he is doing in his own body, right? He has the decisions to be made. Justice. He's worried about all of his justice and his cards and his all of the court cases against him. He's still being held up by his base with money and charity and offerings. However, he's understanding that he's very worried. And then we have if you can see this card there's coffins and the people behind are zombies, and he's holding his precious money and they're closing in on him. He's very worried. Very, very worried that they're closing in on him. So all of his mind, everything that is going on, he's really, yeah. He's really feeling the pressure. He's really feeling the discord. He's feeling the judgment. He's really feeling it. And it's not from the stupid base, his stupid base. Yeah, he's delusional. His stupid base will always be there because they have to go party at his thing. But he's feeling it. He knows that his power is waning. He knows that he's being lost in translation. I mean, look what happened with Mel Brooks, where it goes both ways. Mel Brooks was holding Trump accountable. You endorse me, you endorse me, you endorse me. And the fact that when you don't endorse me, I'm going to expose you. And Trump's playing the same game with him. Playing the same game with him. I won't endorse you unless you endorse me. I won't endorse you unless you don't endorse me. You have to be full loyalty. So the game was played both ways with them too. But that's how criminals act and behave. They don't have true friendships. And that's the thing about them. Mo Brooks, not Mel. Okay, thank you. Mo Brooks. I know, you guys hold me accountable. Mo, not Mel. But yeah, it went both ways. All right. Let's see what's going on with Putin. Okay, so I just saw Putin. When he is not being watched, okay, this is just so weird. When he's not being watched, he undresses. So this could be a couple of things. Either he's literally walking around his house naked and he likes it, or his exposure, he feels the exposure. Exactly. He feels the exposure. So when nobody is watching, he's undressed. And he's walking around and he's very upset. Yeah. So Putin, who thought he was this, had a conniving and horrible idea that he hatched. What he didn't expect was the firing back, what came at him. And now the best card of all with Putin is the poverty, the betrayal, the being left alone, having to defend himself. He didn't expect that. He did not expect to be placed in a position of weakness. Tower. The collapse of him, the collapse of Russia, the collapse of everything, just because he had an idea to do what he did. And he is feeling it in his mind. He is feeling it in his soul. And he's going to be put out into the cold. He's feeling it in his soul. But although he still thinks that he has power somewhere, he really does think that he still has. He keeps on in his mind conjuring up ideas that he can go this way, he can go that way, he can go this way, he can go that way. But the truth is, he's end up in the cold. Yeah, he knows. He knows that he now looks weak and dumb in the eyes of the world. He has no power anymore. None. Which is good. Mo Brooks. I get it, honey. I get it, guys. Mo Brooks, not Mel. Again, Sheila's mixing up the names. Anyways. All right, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope everybody has a wonderful Saturday. I am going to go make me some breakfast and have a rest before I go to work. Yep. Hang in there, everybody. There's so much going on right now. There's so much energy. There's so much more out there than just what I talked about, right? All of the lawsuits, all of the things that are going through. Just keep up with your own state. Help when you can. Vote. And make sure that everybody in your family is registered to vote. If you have any young people around you, make sure that they are registered to vote. Show them the ropes, show them how, show them what to look at, show them what to read. You know, we can get this done. If we get this wrong, you know, Ted Cruz is our life from here on out if we get this wrong. So make sure that everybody out there is doing their part. I know that all of my subscribers are doing their part. I believe in my whole heart that everybody's out there doing that and voted. But let's expand our knowledge, expand what we're doing with everybody, because we cannot get this wrong in the midterms. We can't. So, all right, everyone. You have a happy day. Vote, 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 and then get all the young people to vote. Show them the ropes. You know, nobody showed me when I turned 18 what I was supposed to do politically. But we can do it. We can do it. All right, everyone. Bye, Jackie. Thank you for always being here. And everybody else that has showed up to support me. Thanks, everyone.